In the Greater Middlesex Conference, it's Piscataway or the Highway. The Chiefs capped off a perfect 13-0 season with a win in the inaugural North Group 5 bowl game at MetLife Stadium. And when you take a look at the numbers, it comes to no surprise. The defense averaged less than 8 points allowed, with half of those games being shutouts. Now in 2019, longtime head coach Dan Higgins reloads with a cast sprinkle with less varsity experience. But this year's group of Chiefs is ready to cement their own legacy come December.
Man, it feels good after coming off a 13-0 record. It feels really good. It's breathtaking. I don't even know what to say, but our plans to come in here, do the same thing, basically repeat. That's all. I mean, well, the moment we came in here, we came in as humble. Like, we put the past in the past. So we basically got a new team, and we basically trying to figure out our identity right now. So that's the first step in everything right now.
It feels good, especially coming off that 13-0 season last year. So it feels good. You know, a lot of rebuilding that we got to do. So a lot of leadership going around, teaching the younger kids that's coming up. Not necessarily a big factor, but I got to make sure that I lead by example. So I got to make sure I show the other players the right way, making sure, like, knowing play-wise, coverage-wise, any way that I can possibly help the team. So trying to be as coachable as I can.
We just got to be leaders. Last year we had a lot of leaders. We just got to teach the young kids, help them learn the system, and help them win this year. Just work together. That's it. Our chemistry is the most important thing. In football, we just got to get that chemistry up, and then we're going to be fine.
Feels good. Feels good to be back out there. After the success of last year, it was a big banquet tour afterwards and all kinds of fun and exciting things. But back to football, back to ground zero, a lot of new players, a lot of new faces, so it's an exciting challenge. There's holes everywhere from last year's team, but the one thing you got to remember that this team this year scrimmaged against them guys every single day. And there's a lot of guys this year could have played, but they were just sitting behind all-state players and guys that projected and went on to play college football. So they really got a great experience from the turnover.
Talent and physical play is important on a team, but in Piscataway, the coaching staff also hones in on an aspect often overlooked: the mental game. With the help of psychiatrist and team coach Jerry E. Wilson, whose sons all played Division I football, including former New York Jets star Kyle Wilson, the Chiefs are able to evaluate what coaching style works for each player, and the results don't lie when your biggest problem is getting a bigger trophy case.
We have a lot of talent here, but they have to be in the right frame of mind. So every single day we start with a meeting to get that pretty locked in, so that when we go out on the field, we're ready to work hard and also overcome obstacles, because there's a lot of things in a teenager's life that could get in the way. So you got to bring them up, you got to talk about them, you got to clear the mind, and then they're hungry and willing to put the time and the effort and the work in to be successful. He's built a whole arsenal and glossary of our acronyms that we live by. Dream big, doing right every time, achieves maximum, believe in greatness, trust, taking responsibility, unselfishly sacrificing together. And this year he created NAY, not about you. So you hear NAY all the time in practice, and it's an acronym, but it has a lot of meanings to it. Teenagers are focused on themselves, and for them to be sharing and understand that there's a bigger picture is, that's a tough thing to teach. So we do spend a lot of time on it, and Coach Wilson's a really, really important piece to our coaching staff. We're coming back. We might have lost a bunch of pieces, but we're going to compete this year. There's no doubt, and we take it day by day. We'll be ready when the time comes.
All right, P-Way football kicks off on Friday, September 6th against rival Franklin. I'm Neri Rodriguez, and you already know it's Jersey Sports Zone.